Welcome back to the super cool, super practical, and super fun science show, aka Skiskisifs. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 melee weapons with the longest ranges. Buckle up, because you are definitely not going to expect some of these numbers. Thank you to all the people in my Discord server who helped with this. We died probably 10 to 50 times per melee weapon for this information, and tried many different methods of extending ranges to try and give you the max possible ranges, including sprinting, sliding, jumping, diving, EMP sliding, super jumping, ladder stalling, jumping from high places, using moving sidewalks, playing tag, map bugs, launch text, and straight up praying to God for a miracle. We're going to be counting up from 10, starting with number 10, the Noob Slayer at 8.6 studs. Yes, we're starting the top 10 at a whole 8.6 studs. The Noob Slayer is everyone's favorite energy sword with Minecraft enchanting table letters on the blade. With a base front stab damage of 76 and backstab damage of 110 and a walk speed of 14.8, it's not all that bad, but could definitely do more in my opinion. Coming in at number 9 is the Zircon Trident. Just in case you wanted to roleplay with a Minecraft Trident, but without a loyalty enchantment, just like a woman from Los Angeles, the Zircon Trident is for you. Stabbing zombies from 9.1 studs, dealing 76 front stab and 132 backstab with a walk speed of 15, these stats really just make it so that you don't need to use the Noob Slayer at all. Just poke him with the dystopian pitchfork and you're good to go. Following that at number 8 is one that people probably aren't surprised to see, the Stopper. With the ability to bludgeon loot bugs from 9.3 studs, this melee isn't actually all that bad. Dealing the same front and backstab damage at 110 and a sluggish walk speed of 11.25, I'm not a personal fan of this weapon, but it's actually decently effective and doesn't really deserve some of the hate it gets. Sliding in at number 7 is one for the weebs, the World Buster. Being the king of complete impracticality and looking like a bodybuilding utility knife, the World Buster is a fat and slow heavy hitter. With a range of 9.4 studs, front stab damage of 140, and backstab of 140, it gets a slap in the face with a 10 walk speed, meaning that Roblox finally has a game I've been waiting for. Paul Blart Mall Cop, Blart tries to get a knife kill. The best way to get kills with this is to sit in a corner and wait like an anglerfish, but you can play with it how you like. Killing not only the men, but the women and the children too at number 6 is the Chosen One. This melee is single-handedly the best melee at making sure orphanages don't have to worry about reaching max capacity.
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
Compensating for a 3-foot height difference in your opponent by reaching a whole 9.9 studs, the Chosen One deals 70 front stab and 108 backstab with a walk speed of 15. However, falls into the basic lightsaber trope of swinging slow with a swing speed of 0.9, because apparently a blade made out of pure plasma is heavy to swing or something, I don't know. Now we've hit the 10 stud mark. The numbers, they really get exciting from here. Following at number 5 is the Training Bayonet, also known as the Mosin we have at home. The Training Bayonet stabs Germans on the Eastern Front from a beautiful 10.7 studs. With a front stab damage of 60 and backstab of 111, and a walk speed of 14, it's pretty average in terms of stats, but its attack is incredibly easy to use and is quite satisfying to poke political prisoners with. On a less communist note, coming in at number 4 is the Zweihander. This is probably surprising for some of you to see it at number 4 and not higher, but it is what it is and you can deal with it. Being a LARPer's wet dream and weighing more than the weight of knowing you'll never be enough, the Zweihander has a great range of 10.8 studs, with a tied front and backstab damage of 120, and a sluggish walk speed of 10. It's not fast, but you're very swag walking around with this beautiful piece of German craftsmanship. This is also, in my opinion, one of the most beautifully modeled melee weapons in the game. Now we get into the very unique weapons. The top 3 were incredibly surprising, and I honestly didn't know the ranges these things hit were even possible. Flying in at number 3 is a one-handed blade weapon that you probably can't guess. If you do guess correctly, let me know in the comments. The Warfan. The Warfan's base attacks are very short range, but it shines when you use your melee key while holding your primary or secondary weapon. When doing that, the Warfan becomes a projectile, which can be thrown a whole 11.3 studs, dealing 61 front stab and 119 backstab with a speedy walk speed of 16. It's pretty strange that the most effective Japanese melee weapon in the game is a literal handheld fan. Yay, video game logic. Following that with a large jump in distance is everyone's favorite Nordic sledgehammer, Mjolnir. This is a very similar situation to the Warfan. When used as a quick melee from your main weapons, you can throw Mjolnir at a giant 14.1 studs, which means this hammer literally does more damage to the torso at between 0 to 14 studs than the M107. I can't take it. I can't take it. I'm done. I can't take it. I told you the M107 sucks, and you won't listen to me! I'm actually a huge fan of this melee, especially with how quickly it can double hit someone and guarantee a kill. You can also use it to roleplay as a tall blonde Australian actor who plays a Nordic god from a fictional sci-fi world and an American movie series. I guess. Now the final weapon. I'm sure some people knew this would be first, but I don't think anyone expected it to hit how far it does, because we sure didn't. Striking people with lightning from a massive 19.6 studs away, the Void Staff is pretty much just a gun. Dealing 80 front stab and 105 back stab with a good walk speed of 15, you can actually collateral multiple people with this. One tap someone through walls if they're clipping even a pixel, and you can also get to shoot lightning at people like a wrinkled old man. The Void Staff can not only reach over 19 studs, but easily hits 16 studs all the time, meaning you can win literally every single melee fight you're ever in just by pure range. Anyway, those were the top 10 melee weapons by range. Leave a comment. See ya!